Hey there! Before I go into the topic, first the usual disclaimer. I am not a doctor, I am not a therapist, I am not a psychiatrist or any other kind of mental health specialist. I am just a patient. The biggest mistake I made in the beginning of my therapy was being passive.
Then don't be.
I thought I would just be sitting there and the therapist would be asking me questions and I would just answer them and then he would figure everything out. And in the beginning, when I was in that clinic that I mentioned in previous videos for the first time, it was exactly like that. I would spend the session basically just sitting there, being therapized.
Okay, therapy me.
Then I got my therapist at home and he was totally different. Sure, the first couple of sessions he asked me a lot of questions. He had to get to know me, find out what kind of problems I have. Then after a while that completely changed. I came in, sat down, and he would just sit there looking at me, completely silent. I cannot begin to tell you how unnerving that was. He was expecting me to tell him what we needed to talk about. I needed to have a plan coming into that room. It was up to me to decide how that therapy session would look like. And that makes a ton of sense. Therapists cannot look into your head. They cannot magically figure out what's going on inside you. You have to tell them. My therapist made it very clear to me that I am the only one who can find the solution. He can only assist, give advice. I needed to tell him what I wanted to work on, what had happened during the last week that I felt like we needed to talk about, what kind of thoughts I had that seemed important.
This is communication. This is good.
So I learned my lesson that therapy is a very active process. I needed to be the one going ahead and determine the direction. During later visits in the clinic, I kept this and it was so much more effective. I made so much more progress going there with a prepared plan what I wanted to do. I looked at the doctors and therapists there as a tool for me to get what I need, and that worked much, much better than just sitting in a chair waiting for questions. That's it for today. Thank you for listening. Bye.